Today marks 4 years since a gunman targeted 3 Atlanta spas, killing 8 people. A tragedy that continues to weigh heavily on Asian communities, including here in the Bay Area. Tonight, AAPI organizations joined forces in San Francisco to remember the people who died. KRON 4's Lindsay Ford reports.
A clear voice of our story, a clear narrative of Asian Americans' stories.
A song and prayer to remember the 8 women who lost their lives at 3 Atlanta massage parlors 4 years ago. 6 of the 8 women were of Asian descent.
There's so much anger and grief, and also just really was crying inside. Almost felt like a volcano blowing over in a way that we knew something was happening for so long, and then it took this many, murders to really actually make it to the main media saying, oh yeah, this might be a problem, or this is something that's happening in our society.
At Portsmouth Square in San Francisco, Asian activist organizations joined in solidarity. Yuri Sean with the Korean Community Center of the East Bay says unfortunately violent crimes against Asian women happens far too often.
We're finally starting to talk about it, and that's why it is so crucial that we're talking about it now and not, like you said, brushing it under the rug, because it's still happening. It's been going on historically, and this is actually the time we really want to stand in solidarity and speak up about it.
Charles Jung, a spokesperson with the Asian Justice Movement, says far too many times Asian voices are silenced in the media. And in regards to the brutal Atlanta murders, he says first responders did not handle this crime appropriately.
When that Captain Baker in Cherokee County took the stand, rather than resonating with the concerns of our community, he made excuses for the perpetrator. He said the perpetrator was having a bad day.
Members and organizers with the Asian Justice Movement say these murders were gender-based and racially motivated.
And saying nothing about the way that Asian women in our community are hypersexualized and victimized and thought of as objects and not full human beings.
Annie Liu with Asians Are Strong says she showed up today to stand with her community. Liu started getting more involved with her AAPI community after the Atlanta spa shooting.
It's important to be with the community. It's important to know that there are other orgs now. Like if you say 4 years ago, I think I felt way more lost.
Yeah.
4 years later, there's tons of orgs that showed up today that formed the last 4 years, and so we have the infrastructure to be there for each other.
Activists say they will continue to raise awareness and work to bring healing of intergenerational trauma for the Asian community.
But actually what was really meaningful was what came afterwards, because communities came together to grieve about it together. Finding that space to actually resonate and share stories was actually a healing process for us, and we want to really continue that.
In San Francisco, Lindsay Ford, KRON 4 News.